channel. Today I'm going to be planting the planter boxes on the wall. I've got a few things over here. I'll show you what I've got to go in those. So on the planter boxes, what I'm using this year are the Bandolero Pineapple Lantana I picked up down at Warren's. Really pretty color. That's going to be the centerpiece. And then I'm going to use the Supertunia Priscillas, the purplish color on each end. Only 3 plants per pot, and that's going to be the same all the way down. I have 4 of those to plant up, and I'm going to show you how I put the drip system and everything in there. So the first thing I did was, of course, I filled up my container with some potting soil. I like to use the Miracle-Gro moisture control. It's always worked well for me. Other people prefer different things, whatever. As some gardening people say, you do you, whatever works for you. But these work for me. And these containers are not huge, so they don't require a lot of plants. But I like to keep them uniform all the way down. So 2 petunias, 1 lantana, that's it. And then all of these are going to get the same treatment. Now I'm using a drip tube that I made last year. It's got drip emitters, I think every 12 inches on there, and I have 3. So that's 1 per plant. And I try to fix this in after I get those potted up. So we'll take a look at that. This just hangs down off the side of the container and then connects into the system, which I have all the tubes back here that run along behind the wall. One will go to this planter over here, and then this one will probably connect in right here. It's got a valve on it, so it'll be that one. All right, so let's get planting. All right, so now that that's all planted up, we get to work in the drip system situation I have here. So I've slipped the end tube through one of the ends of the pot here, and I'm going to run the black portion that is not the drip portion along the front. And then with the emitter portion, which is the brown part, I'm going to take some of the clips and then I'm going to fit those in and around the plants close to the root balls, so that way they'll get a little infusion of water every time the drip system comes on. Now I have not turned the drip system on. That's a whole other issue right now. So these are going to be watered by hand. I'm just putting in the infrastructure right now. I've got to actually flush the system and make sure everything's running and hooked together first before I put them on drip this year. So I have my drip kit here, and this kit contains all sorts of different sprayer heads, drippers, and the staves that I need. And I've set some of those aside over here to hold the drip tube in place. So I don't have to worry about putting any emitters on because I have those already built into that line. So with this one, all I'm going to need are these to hold those little pipes in place. So now I've got that drip tube hooked in place by those little staves around in different places here that you can see. And those will stay in there the whole entire season, and they'll hold that right in place. And then every night when the watering system comes on, it'll just water and you won't have to worry about it. That's the great thing that I love about the drip system, is that it just saves so much carrying water and watering time each night, that I have everything out here. All these pots are all going to be on the same drip system, which is great. And so my next planter is going to be a really easy one. This is for a liner for the large urns that are on the outside edge of the porch. That one right there. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take one of the red grasses. This is going to be one of the tall, what is that, rubrum grass? Red fountain grass. I'm going to take that and 2 of my favorites over here, the Supertunia Vista Paradise. And then that's going to be a large cascading upright. It'll have the upright fountain grass and then the pretty paradise petunias kind of encircling that and hanging over the edge. Simple. It's 3 plants. I use centerpiece, 2 petunias, and then I get a liner that looks like this. All right, and then I'll go ahead and run my drip in here. Got the tube coming out the bottom, so it'll connect right to the drip system in the urn, and done. So that's what the containers will look like on the outside this year. And that, friends, is a wrap for this week's video. I was going to actually go do some extra things, but as you all have watched the weather go through here, it's been nothing but one storm after another still. And I kind of decided to change my road trip plans today and other things. So until the next video, you all have a good week, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.